श्रीगुरवे नमः। ॐ श्रीं ह्रीं क्लीं श्रीगुरवे श्रीसत्यसाईनाथ श्रीपादुकां पूजयामि नमः। ॐ श्रीं ह्रीं क्लीं श्रीपरमगुरवे श्रीशिरडिसाईनाथ श्रीपादुकां पूजयामि नमः। ॐ श्रीं ह्रीं क्लीं श्रीपरमेष्टिगुरवे श्रीदत्तात्रेयस्वामी श्रीपादुकां पूजयामि नमः। हरिः ॐ श्री साईश्वराय नमः। हरिः ॐ अथ देवी कवचम्। ॐ अस्य श्रीचण्डी कवचस्य ॐ अस्य श्रीचण्डीकवचस्य ब्रह्मा ऋषिः अनुष्टुप् छन्दः चामुण्डा देवता अङ्गन्यासोक्तमातरो बीजं दिग्बन्धदेवतास्तत्त्वं श्रीजगदम्बा प्रीत्यर्थे सप्तशती पाठाङ्गजपे विनियोगः। ॐ नमश्चण्डिकायै। ॐ मार्कण्डेय उवाच ॐ यद्गुह्यं परमं लोके सर्वरक्षाकरं नृणां यन्न कस्यचिदाख्यातं तन्मे ब्रूहि पितामह। ब्रह्मोवाच अस्ति गुह्यतमो विप्र सर्वभूतोपकारकं देव्यास्तु कवचं पुण्यं तच्छृणुष्व महामुने। प्रथमं शैलपुत्रीति द्वितीयं ब्रह्मचारिणी तृतीयं चन्द्रघण्टेति कूष्माण्डेति चतुर्धकं पञ्चमं स्कन्दमातेति षष्ठं कात्यायनीति च सप्तमं कालरात्रिश्च महागौरीति चाष्टमम् नवमं सिद्धिदात्री च नवदुर्गाः प्रकीर्तिताः उक्तान्येतानि नामानि ब्रह्मणैव महात्मना अग्निना दह्यमानस्तु शत्रुमध्ये गतोरणे विषमे दुर्गमे चैव भयार्ताः शरणं गताः न तेषां जायते किञ्चिदशुभं रणसङ्कटे नापदन्तस्य पश्यामि शोकदुःखभयन्न हि यैस्तु भक्त्या स्मृता नूनं तेषां सिद्धिः प्रजायते प्रेतसंस्थातु चामुण्डा वाराही महिषासना ऐन्द्रीगजसमारूढा वैष्णवी गरुडासना माहेश्वरी वृषारूढा कौमारी सिखिवाहना ब्राह्मी हंससमारूढा सर्वाभरणभूषिता नानाभरणशोभाढ्या नानारत्नोपशोभिताः दृश्यन्ते रथमारूढा देव्यः क्रोधसमाकुलाः शङ्खं चक्रं गदां शक्तिं शङ्खं चक्रं गदां शक्तिं हलं च मुसलायुधं खेटकं तोमरं चैव परशुं पाशमेव च कुन्तायुधं त्रिशूलं च शार्ङ्गमायुधमुत्तमं दैत्यानां देहनाशाय भक्तानामभयाय च धारयन्त्यायुधान्नित्थं देवानां च हिताय वै महाबले महोत्साहे महाभयविनाशिनी त्राहि मां देवि दुष्प्रेक्ष्ये शत्रूणां भयवर्धिनि प्राच्यान् रक्षतु मामैन्द्री आग्नेयामग्निदेवता दक्षिणे वतु वाराहि नैऋत्ये सत्यां खड्गधारिणी प्रतीच्चां वारुणी रक्षेद्वायव्यां मृगवाहिनी उदीच्चां रक्ष कौबेरी ईशान्यां शूलधारिणी ऊर्ध्वं ब्रह्माणि मे रक्षेदधस्ताद् वैष्णवी तथा एवं दश दिशो रक्षे चामुण्डा शववाहना ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः Good morning, good evening. Hari Om, Shalom, Sai Ram, Namaste. Welcome to the Devi Kavacham learning, and we offer our loving pranams at Bhagwan's divine lotus feet as he inspires us to study and to connect to these incredible hymns whose purpose it is to know ourselves much better, using the excuse that God is present outside. We have to bring God outside so that we would be able to see, but actually, that God who comes outside is actually already present inside in every being with equal potency. Just like as we were studying last week, gold is present in every ornament. And that gold which is present in every ornament is the divine present in the entire universe. And this Devi Kavacham is expounded by Bhagavan Brahma himself upon the request of Rishi Markandeya, so that it's not the Rishi who wanted to know this, it's the grace of the Rishi that for the benefit of the entire universe that he has requested Brahma to elaborate on this. Then Brahma reveals this Markandeya Kavacham. Kavacham means the shield, which he says is the most hidden. Yasti guhyatamam vipra sarva bhuta upakarakam, which is the hymn that is beneficial to all the beings. And this shield begins with invocation or becoming aware of these Navadurgas, the nine forts within which it is hidden. And these nine forts representing Shailaputri, Brahmacharini, Chandraghanta, Kushmanda, Skandamata, Katyayani, Kalaratri, Mahagauri, Siddhidatri. And with the grace received through these nine forts, then we shall be connected to this incredible protective Shakti that is within us. And the Shakti then manifests as functionalities that we can relate to, which we become aware of now, as what we are called as the Mother's Shakti, present as a Saptajihva, seven different aspects of tasting her awareness within us. Jihva means tongue. What is the tongue used for? Tasting something. Now you begin to taste the divinity as expressed within us as Chamunda, Varahi, Aindri, Vaishnavi, Maheshwari, Kaumari, Brahmi. Each of these representing as Chamunda the fundamental awareness of oneness, Varahi, which is the forbearance or the patience to learn these divine scripts and practice them, the functionality of the senses, which is the Aindri, the focus in the presence, in the quest for learning the inner being, which is the Kaumari, and then the ability to expand the presence from inside to the outside, which is Vaishnavi, and the dispassion associated with not being the body and the mind, the Maheshwari, and the discrimination to know the real from the unreal, the Brahmi. Are you all with me? Am I going too fast? Uh,
So this Shabda Metrika, that this is our connection with the outside world.
yes, please hold on to the question. Type them in the thing so that I will. Yes, the awareness now begins. Just like the light shines upon every object that it is around us, but yet the light is nothing to do with the object or anything related to it. This awareness of the presence now begins to shine and express itself as different abilities or functionalities within us. And those fundamentally the powers, the Shakti that is now shining upon our mind and the intellect associated with this presence is what we are calling as Chamundi, Varahi, Aindri, Vaishnavi, Maheshwari, Kaumari, Brahmi. Just like you require the light to illumine an object, these are fundamentally your ability to now relate to the functionalities without which you are not even able to relate to these functionalities with their respective vehicles, which is now the vehicle means the upadhi. Upadhi means the instrument in which it is shining. This is, brothers and sisters, this is what is called as adhyayana. This is the real quest to understand. As I was saying last week, this class is not for you all, but really a class for this own body, because I become the student myself. The I, as in this body, becomes the student in the quest. And now, what is being shining through is not what this body is saying. What is shining through is the supreme presence of the effulgence of Bhagavan. Bhagavan means actually that light of wisdom which shines upon everything equally without any discrimination, no low and high, no realized and unrealized, no boulder or a tree, on upon everything it is shining. That's why it is love all, not love only those who love you, or love those who look like you, or love those who speak like you, who eat like you. Love all, unconditionally love all. These Saptamatrikas with their respective weapons, on which now the weapons are the ones, the instruments through which now the ability to act becomes possible. And those are the conch, the discus, the mace, the spear, the plow, the club, the shield, the javelin, the axe, the noose, the barbed dart, the trident, and the bow and the arrows. Now we are in this fort with awareness of all these functionalities with their respective vehicles and the weapons, and all these are now being adorned in order for us to destroy what is associated with division, daityanam dehanashaya bhaktanam दैत्यानां देहनाशाय भक्तानां अभयाय च धारयन्ति आयुधानि इत्थं देवानां च हिताय वै. This is very beautiful. What is the purpose of this awareness when it is expressed? And what is the purpose of this awareness? Is to destroy what causes division. Diti means division. Daitya means those who cause division. Who are the demons? Those that cause division, those that divide or demons, those that unite or divine. Definition of Daitya and Deva. Remember this. Those that divide are Daitya, those that unite are Deva. So, in order to protect those that unite and destroy those that divide, all these divine forces are now expressed. And now, this expression of the divinity is supreme power, the strength, Mahabala, and expressed with incredible zeal, Mahotsaha, expressed to fundamentally annihilate the fear, the fundamental fear, which is duality, and now which causes increased insecurity in the enemies, that now they begin to get annihilated. That is the intent and the purpose with which expression of the divine happens. Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkrutam dharma samsthapanardhaya sambhavami yuge yuge. Now, when you look at all of this, and I'm giving the executive summary of what you have learned, because if without this contemplation, what we call as Sravanam Mananam, not simply chanting the shlokas, Mananam, you have to contemplate on these and become aware of these, then it becomes real in manifestation without any question. This is not philosophy. This is as real as you are experiencing your own hand and your own body, as real as that. Now, when you look, when, as we were saying before, all of this so far has become internal, and there is absolutely no relationship with anything. The moment you open your eyes, the moment you open your eyes, what do you see? What do you see when you open your eyes? Huh? What do you see when you open your eyes?
God.
God.
Jagat,
What is Jagat?
universe.
Universe. What? Where do you see the universe manifested?
In the light.
In the light. Where else it is manifested?
రోజు చూసే చుట్టూతా ఉన్నదాన్ని చూస్తున్నామండి.
Somebody who is speaking in Telugu?
Yes.
Yes, please speak in English.
Every day I saw daily vision, daily prakriti. That is the sa.
Yeah,
Every day see
what you
this.
see is simply manifested in the context of space.
Yeah.
Everything is in space. Everything is in space. There is nothing else. Everything is in space. America is in space. Africa is in space. Is there anything else that is not in space? The entire earth is in space. The whole planetary system is in place. The galaxy is in place. Everything is in place. And that space is what is represented as directions. Pracham raksha. Now you are now artificially, or for purpose of direction and focus, you are giving names to these directions in space, but actually speaking it is space. How you are calling them in the context of different directions, based on how you see the light, and that light how you are seeing is what is defining what is east, what is southeast, what is south, what is southwest, what is west, what is southwest, all these directions. Now what you are connecting to, you are connecting to the entire space in which all of the universe is present, and that is where we stopped. last time. Evam dasha disho rakshe chamunda savavahana. Until this chamunda is manifested within this dead corpse, the body, and when that became the dead body is pervaded by this awareness of oneness or the oneness which is present, then Chamunda Shavavahana. Now, you not only you have related to in the context of directions, now you are present as now this body, and this body is immediately surrounded by four corners: the front, the back, the right, and the left. So that is the next slokam. Jayame agratah sthatu Vijaya sthatu prushthatah ajita vamaparshvetu dakshine cha aparajita. Now you see how this incredible awareness, what is seeing inside? Somebody was asking, how do I see inside? Now, how it is all present in the context of what we are seeing, to actually put it in the context of everything. We are actually now what they call honing in. We are coming from this universal consciousness and you are honing in the direction from all this Navadurgas, not just present in you. The Navadurgas are pervading the entire universe. And in that universe, within that universe, now there are all these aspects of functionalities, not just in you, they are present universally to everywhere. And that is now coming into as directions, that is coming in direct. Now you see exactly like this Kavacham, the shield that we are talking about, is coming from universal consciousness into deep within yourself. And as you see that happening, the front Jaya, the back Vijaya, the left Ajita, and the right Aparajita. These are the four Shaktis. Now your immediate body is present. Jayame agratastatu Vijaya sthatu prushtataha. Prushtha means back. Ajita Vamaparshvetu on the left side, and Dakshinecha Aparajita. Branimir, please start the chant teaching. And who is helping you today?
Muktidara.
Okay, Sairam. Please go ahead. I'll spotlight.
Om Jayame agratastatu
Jayame agratastatu. Jayame agratastatu.
Vijayasthatu prushtataha
Vijayasthatu prushtataha. Vijayasthatu prushtataha.
Jayame agratastatu Vijayasthatu prushtataha
Jayame agratastatu Vijayasthatu prushtataha. Jayame agratastatu Vijayasthatu prushtataha.
Ajita Vamaparshvetu
Ajitavamaparshvetu. Ajitavamaparshvetu.
Dakshine cha parajita
Dakshine cha parajita. Dakshine cha parajita.
Ajita Vamaparshvetu Dakshine cha parajita
Ajitavamaparshvetu dakshine cha parajita. Ajitavamaparshvetu dakshine cha parajita.
Jayame agratastatu Vijayasthatu prushtataha Ajita Vama Parshve tu Dakshine cha Parajita.
जया मे अग्रतस्थातु विजयास्थातु पृष्ठतः अजिता वामपार्श्वे तु दक्षिणे चापराजिता जया मे अग्रतस्थातु विजयास्थातु पृष्ठतः अजिता वामपार्श्वे तु दक्षिणे चापराजिता.
Now, from here, as I said, the entire invocation of the mother in 49 external body parts and 14 internal body parts, and the relationship of the body, the context of protection in the relative world, 14 internal parts, then there are 9 social aspects in which the protection happens. From this shloka onwards, sikha now starts with the sikha. All the way from sikha is this. Now you can also do nyasa. As you do this is like mahanyasam. The entire, it's the most comprehensive nyasa that you can do, Devi Kavacham. The nyasas are, when you are looking at, now you will actually understand what your body parts are. This is very, very important. 99% of us don't even relate to the awareness and the functionality of our own body in supreme awareness. We take it for granted. How many of us really get up in the morning and say, "Thank you, heart, for beating without me asking you to beat all through the night and doing it unconditionally 24/7, 365." Have you ever thanked your heart? Have you ever thanked your heart? Have you ever thanked your nose, breathing in, and your lungs, breathing in, breathing out? You only connect to these body parts when they dysfunction. You get heart attack, then suddenly you are worried about heart. Your lungs fail, then you are aware of your lungs. Our awareness about body parts is when they fail. How many of us are actually thanking our body parts as they function unconditionally? And who is functioning? Is your eye functioning? Or is there eye behind the eye? What is the eye that is seeing through the eye? What is the nose that is breathing through the nose? What is the feeling that is feeling through your skin? Because when your body dies, all those parts are present. But what is feeling those, hearing those, smelling those, tasting those, all those body parts have become dysfunctional. When they function with ease, it is called grace and blessing. When they stop functioning, it is called dis-ease. The beauty of Sanatana Dharma is incredibly. This is why I keep saying, when somebody asks you where God is, you don't say upward or present in heaven, and all my life is to do what I need to go do something in the heaven. Who the hell knows what is heaven? Sorry for the pun there. The heaven is here. And as beautifully said by Jesus the Christ, but completely ignored by 99% of the Christians, he said the kingdom of heaven is within you. He didn't say it is outside of you. But to create this thing called marketing, religion beautifully says that you have to achieve something, that you have to become something. That's called marketing. But there is no marketing in Supreme Vedanta. Everything is saying it's present here and now. Sikha me, Sikham me Udyothini. Now I will very simply I will tell you what these body parts are, and then brother can go through the shlokas. Sikham me Udyotini, back of your head. This Shakti is Udyotini. How do we understand this? This is the matter. But this matter is illumined by an energy and a force. And now, to differentiate each of these, we are calling by different names and a form. But actually speaking, it is only one Shakti that is flowing through, but you're identifying with different names. And this protection is in 81 different aspects. And these devis that are now invoked, Sikha me Udyotini, then Uma. Uma is in the front of the head, Murthni, Maladhari, forehead, Yashaswini, eyebrows. Now you can keep going like this. Beautiful description of the Devis, every part of our body. Maladhari, forehead, Yashaswini, eyebrows, Trinetra, space between the eyebrows, Yamaghanta for the nose, Sankhini for the space between the two eyes, Dwaravasini for the ears, Kalika for the cheeks, Sankari is for ear lobes, Sugandha, nose bridge, Charchika, upper lip, AmRtakala, lower lip, Saraswati, tongue, Kaumari, teeth, Chandika, apple of the Adam, Chitraghanta, throat, Mahamaya, palate, Kamakshi, chin, Sarvamangala, voice, Bhadrakali, neck, Dhanurdhari, backbone, Nilagriva, outer throat, Nalakubari, windpipe. Let's stop at the face. So far I covered 24. Have we ever said in our daily prayers, thank you cheeks, thank you chin, thank you teeth, thank you tongue, thank you windpipe? When you do that, you are protected. Because when you are aware of something, you do something about it. When you are not aware of it, you live in suffering happiness. So, Sikham me Udyotini Rakshet. Uma Murdhni Vyavasthita. Maladhari Lalate cha. Bhruvau Rakshed Yashaswini. Now I'm doing the Nyasa. You should also do Nyasa while you're doing the Kavacham. That is how you are now aware. The matter now matters. Until then, it does not matter. The matter matters when you are aware of the matter. Otherwise, it doesn't matter. So now you are connecting. Sikham me Udyotini Rakshet. Uma Murdhni Vyavastita. Maladhari Lalatecha. Bhruvau Rakshed Yashaswini. Then, okay, we'll go slokam after slokam. Yes, let's do slokam after slokam. Sikham me. So this is Sikham me Dyotini, but actually Sikham Sikham Udyotini. There becomes Sikham me Dyotini. Okay, the Devi's name is Udyotini. Then Rakshet, Uma is Murdhni, Maladhari Lalata, Bhruvau Rakshet, Yashaswini. Bhruvau means eyebrows. Keep going, brother.
Just a small comment before we move on. I noticed the mistake here. The holding is missing. I also noticed later in the text, I don't know why in this version some holdings are dropped off. But what we added here, it is this red line when two vowels are meeting. So this red line would mean that we actually pause, longer, right? So this is just one small comment from my side. So let us go
Yes,
with the next one.
when it did, thanks for pointing out, when a dirgham is
Yes.
followed by an vowel, Jaya me is dirgham, Agrata a is vowel, So you pause every time a dirgham is followed by a vowel. You take a short break. Jayame agratasthatu, like that. Okay, not Jayame agratasthatu. You should not chant continuously. Jayame agratasthatu vijayasthatu prushthataka ajita vama parshvetu dakshine cha parajita. Okay, next. शिखां मे द्योतिनी रक्षेद उमा मूर्ध्नि व्यवस्थिता मालाधारी ललाटे च भ्रुवौ रक्षेद यशस्विनी.
शिखामे द्योतिनीरक्षेत्
शिखां मे द्योतिनीरक्षेत् शिखां मे द्योतिनीरक्षेत्
उमा मूर्ध्नि व्यवस्थिता
उमा मूर्ध्नि व्यवस्थिता उमा मूर्ध्नि व्यवस्थिता
शिखामे द्योतिनीरक्षेदुमा मूर्ध्नि व्यवस्थिता
शिखां मे द्योतिनीरक्षेदुमा मूर्ध्नि व्यवस्थिता शिखां मे द्योतिनीरक्षेदुमा मूर्ध्नि व्यवस्थिता
मालाधरी ललाटे च
मालाधरी ललाटे च मालाधरी ललाटे च
भ्रुवौ रक्षेत् यशस्विनी
भ्रुवौ रक्षेद्यशस्विनी भ्रुवौ रक्षेद्यशस्विनी
मालाधरी ललाटे च भ्रुवौ रक्षेत् यशस्विनी
मालाधरी ललाटे च भ्रुवौ रक्षेद्यशस्विनी मालाधरी ललाटे च भ्रुवौ रक्षेद्यशस्विनी
शिखां मे द्योतिनीरक्षेदुमा मूर्ध्नि व्यवस्थिता मालाधरी ललाटे च भ्रुवौ रक्षेत् यशस्विनी
शिखां मे द्योतिनीरक्षेदुमा मूर्ध्नि व्यवस्थिता मालाधरी ललाटे च भ्रुवौ रक्षेद्यशस्विनी शिखां मे द्योतिनीरक्षेदुमा मूर्ध्नि व्यवस्थिता मालाधरी ललाटे च भ्रुवौ रक्षेद्यशस्विनी
त्रिनेत्रा च भ्रुवौर मध्ये. Bhruva means these eyebrows. Bhruvaur madhye is right here, right here. Trinetra is protecting the space between the two eyebrows. Trinetra cha bhruvaur madhye Yamaghanta cha nasike. Yamaghanta cha nasike. Yamaghanta is protecting the nose, the nostrils. Sankhini chakshushor madhye, the place between the two eyes, chakshushor madhye. Sankhini is protecting the space between the two eyes, chakshushor madhye. Sankhini chakshushor madhye. Shrotrayor, shrotra is the ears. Shrotrayor Dwaravasini. Dwaravasini is the entrance, the one which is present in the entrance of the ears. That is Dwaravasini. So Trinetra cha bhruvaur madhye Yamaghanta cha nasike Sankhini chakshushor madhye Shrotrayor Dwaravasini. Yes, brother.
त्रिनेत्रा च भ्रुवोर्मध्ये
त्रिनेत्रा च भ्रुवोर्मध्ये त्रिनेत्रा च भ्रुवोर्मध्ये
यमघण्टा च नासिके
यमघण्टा च नासिके यमघण्टा च नासिके
त्रिनेत्रा च भ्रुवोर्मध्ये यमघण्टा च नासिके
त्रिनेत्रा च भ्रुवोर्मध्ये यमघण्टा च नासिके त्रिनेत्रा च भ्रुवोर्मध्ये यमघण्टा च नासिके
शङ्खिनी चक्षुषोर्मध्ये
शङ्खिनी चक्षुषोर्मध्ये शङ्खिनी चक्षुषोर्मध्ये
श्रोत्रयोर्द्वारवासिनी
श्रोत्रयोर्द्वारवासिनी श्रोत्रयोर्द्वारवासिनी
शङ्खिनी चक्षुषोर्मध्ये श्रोत्रयोर्द्वारवासिनी
शङ्खिनी चक्षुषोर्मध्ये श्रोत्रयोर्द्वारवासिनी शङ्खिनी चक्षुषोर्मध्ये श्रोत्रयोर्द्वारवासिनी
त्रिनेत्रा च भ्रुवोर्मध्ये यमघण्टा च नासिके शङ्खिनी चक्षुषोर्मध्ये श्रोत्रयोर्द्वारवासिनी
त्रिनेत्रा च भ्रुवोर्मध्ये यमघण्टा च नासिके शङ्खिनी चक्षुषोर्मध्ये श्रोत्रयोर्द्वारवासिनी त्रिनेत्रा च भ्रुवोर्मध्ये यमघण्टा च नासिके शङ्खिनी चक्षुषोर्मध्ये श्रोत्रयोर्द्वारवासिनी
Kapolou, Kapolou, Kalika Rakshet. Kapola means your cheeks. Kapolou, Kalika Rakshet. Karnamuletu, Shankari, earlobes, Shankari. Nasikayam, Sugandhacha, nose bridge, Nasika. Nasika is the nose bridge, Nasikayam. Before it was nostrils, now it is nose bridge. The nostrils, nose bridge. Bless you. Okay. Then why Yamaghanta Chanasike? Why you say bless you when you sneeze? You know what? Yamaghanta. Yeah. If you can actually lose your Yama can take away your prana just when you sneeze. And therefore Yamaghanta Chanasike. now now if I keep explaining the inner meaning of each of these words, it will take the Kavacham will take 1 year. So Yamaghanta Chanasike, Kapolau Kalika Rakshet, Karnamula, earlobes, Shankari, Nasikayam, nose bridge is Sugandha, Uttaroshthecha, Charchika. Charchika is protecting the Uttaroshtha is the upper lip. Upper lip is Uttaroshtha. Okay. Then let's go to the next one also. Adharecha AmRtakala. It is, even though it is not Adharecha Mrutakala. That is different. Meaning will be completely different. Mrutakala means death. AmRtakala means that aspect which is immortal. Adharecha AmRtakala. Jihvayancha Saraswati. Jihva is the tongue. Jihvayancha Saraswati. Dantan Rakshatu Kaumari. Danta is the teeth. Kaumari is protecting the Danta. Kantha Madhye tu Chandika. Kantha Madhya is the center of your throat. Center of your throat is what? The apple of Adam. Kantha Chandika is protecting the apple of Adam, which is right here. Not the throat is the whole thing. Apple of Adam is the exact place where it is Chandika. Kantha Madhye tu Chandika. So Kapola, Karnamula, Nasika, Uttaroshtha, Adhara, Jihva, Danta, Kantha Madhya. Let's complete those two shlokas, brother.
Kapolau Kalika Rakshet.
Kapolau Kalika Rakshet Kapolau Kalika Rakshet
Karnamule tu Shankari.
कर्णमूले तु शाङ्करी कर्णमूले तु शाङ्करी
कपोलौ कालिका रक्षेत् कर्णमूले तु शाङ्करी
कपोलौ कालिका रक्षेत् कर्णमूले तु शाङ्करी कपोलौ कालिका रक्षेत् कर्णमूले तु शाङ्करी
नासिकायां सुगन्धा च
नासिकायां सुगन्धा च नासिकायां सुगन्धा च
उत्तरोष्ठे च चर्चिका
उत्तरोष्ठे च चर्चिका उत्तरोष्ठे च चर्चिका
नासिकायां सुगन्धा च उत्तरोष्ठे च चर्चिका
नासिकायां सुगन्धा च उत्तरोष्ठे च चर्चिका नासिकायां सुगन्धा च उत्तरोष्ठे च चर्चिका
कपोलौ कालिका रक्षेत् कर्णमूले तु शाङ्करी नासिकायां सुगन्धा च उत्तरोष्ठे च चर्चिका
कपोलौ कालिका रक्षेत् कर्णमूले तु शाङ्करी नासिकायां सुगन्धा च उत्तरोष्ठे च चर्चिका कपोलौ कालिका रक्षेत् कर्णमूले तु शाङ्करी नासिकायां सुगन्धा च उत्तरोष्ठे च चर्चिका
अधरे चामृतकला
अधरे चामृतकला अधरे चामृतकला
जिह्वायां च सरस्वती
जिह्वायां च सरस्वती जिह्वायां च सरस्वती
अधरे चामृतकला जिह्वायां च सरस्वती
अधरे चामृतकला जिह्वायां च सरस्वती अधरे चामृतकला जिह्वायां च सरस्वती
दन्तान् रक्षतु कौमारी
दन्तान् रक्षतु कौमारी दन्तान् रक्षतु कौमारी
कण्ठमध्ये तु चण्डिका
कण्ठमध्ये तु चण्डिका कण्ठमध्ये तु चण्डिका
दन्तान् रक्षतु कौमारी कण्ठमध्ये तु चण्डिका
दन्तान् रक्षतु कौमारी कण्ठमध्ये तु चण्डिका दन्तान् रक्षतु कौमारी कण्ठमध्ये तु चण्डिका
अधरे चामृतकला जिह्वायां च सरस्वती दन्तान् रक्षतु कौमारी कण्ठमध्ये तु चण्डिका
अधरे चामृतकला जिह्वायां च सरस्वती दन्तान् रक्षतु कौमारी दन्तान् रक्षतु कौमारी कण्ठमध्ये तु चण्डिका अधरे चामृतकला जिह्वायां च सरस्वती दन्तान् रक्षतु कौमारी कण्ठमध्ये तु चण्डिका
Again, I hope and I assume you are all chanting along with Muktidhara because it is important that you follow Branimir and you chant, repeat after him 2 times. Otherwise, you will not learn. Please don't just sit and listen to this as if you're listening to some pravachanam by Chaganti Kotesrao garu or somebody else. This is not pravachanam. This is a class. Class means everybody is engaged, not just sitting and listening to a discourse. Okay, please. That's why I request everyone to open their videos because I can see them in the class. You are in a class. You are not in some discourse. So now Chubukam is Kamakshi. Kamakshi is Chubukam. Chubukam is the chin. Sarvamangala is the Chitraghanta. Ghantikam Chitraghantacha. Ghantikam is the throat. The throat is Ghantika. Then Mahamaya is for palate. Palate is where the tongue is touching, right? When you are using the letters like ta, tha, da, dharna, when you are saying ta, tha, da, dharna, where the palate is touching, where the tongue is touching, that place is what is taluke. Taluke. Ghantikan Chitraghanta. Mahamaya Taluka. Then Kamakshi Chibukam. Chibukam means the chin. Vacham may Sarvamangala. Sarvamangala is for the throat, for the voice. For the voice. Throat is different from voice, right? Throat. Now we are connecting to voice. So that voice is the vocal cords. Vocal cords is Sarvamangala. Ghantika is throat. Taluka is the palate. Chibukam is the chin. Vacham is the vocal cords, the voice. Vacham me Sarvamangala. Then let's finish the next one also. Griva Bhadrakali. Griva means the backside of the throat, the neck. Griva is Neela Griva, is the outer throat. Grivayam Bhadrakali. Griva is the neck. Prušthavamse Dhanurdhari. Prušthavamse Dhanurdhari. The backbone. The backbone is Dhanurdhari. Then Nilagriva for outer throat, backside. Nalakubari is for the windpipe. This is absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. How many times we have chanted this Kavacha? Have we ever connected to the energies that are enabling the functionality of each and every single detailed part of your body? So that's why this is Guhyatamam, the most hidden and the most Sarva Bhuta Upakarakam. It is the most useful, beneficial. Ghantikan Chitraghanta cha Mahamaya cha Taluke. Kamakshi Chubukam Rakshet Vacham me Sarvamangala. Grivayam Bhadrakali cha Prušthavam se Dhanurdhari. Neelagriva Bahikanthe Nalikam Nalakubari. Yes, brother, both those slokas.
Ghantikan Chitraghanta cha.
Ghantikan Chitraghanta cha. Ghantikan Chitraghanta cha.
Mahamaya cha Taluke.
Mahamaya cha Taluke. Mahamaya cha Taluke.
Ghantikan Chitraghanta cha Mahamaya cha Taluke.
Ghantikan Chitraghanta cha Mahamaya cha Taluke. Ghantikan Chitraghanta cha Mahamaya cha Taluke.
Kamakshi Chibukam Rakshet.
Kamakshi Chibukam Rakshet. Kamakshi Chibukam Rakshet.
Vacham me Sarvamangala.
Vacham me Sarvamangala. Vacham me Sarvamangala.
Kamakshi Chibukam Rakshet. Vacham me Sarvamangala.
Kamakshi Chibukam Rakshet. Vacham me Sarvamangala. Kamakshi Chibukam Rakshet. Vacham me Sarvamangala.
Ghantikan Chitraghanta cha Mahamaya cha Taluke. Kamakshi chibukam rakshet vacham me sarvamangala.
घंटिकां चित्रघंटा च महामाया च तालुके कामाक्षी चिबुकं रक्षेत् वाचं मे सर्वमङ्गला घंटिकां चित्रघंटा च महामाया च तालुके कामाक्षी चिबुकं रक्षेत् वाचं मे सर्वमङ्गला
Grivayam bhatrakali cha.
ग्रीवायां भद्रकाली च ग्रीवायां भद्रकाली च
Prushthavamshe dhanurthari.
पृष्ठवंशे धनुर्धरी पृष्ठवंशे धनुर्धरी
Grivayam bhatrakali cha prushthavamshe dhanurthari.
ग्रीवायां भद्रकाली च पृष्ठवंशे धनुर्धरी ग्रीवायां भद्रकाली च पृष्ठवंशे धनुर्धरी
Nilagriva bahih kanthe.
नीलग्रीवा बहिः कण्ठे नीलग्रीवा बहिः कण्ठे
Nalikan nalakubari.
नलिकान्नलकूबरी नलिकान्नलकूबरी
Nilagriva bahih kanthe nalikan nalakubari.
नीलग्रीवा बहिः कण्ठे नलिकान्नलकूबरी नीलग्रीवा बहिः कण्ठे नलिकान्नलकूबरी
Grivayam bhatrakali cha prushthavamshe dhanurthari. Nilagriva bahih kanthe nalikan nalakubari.
ग्रीवायां भद्रकाली च पृष्ठवंशे धनुर्धरी नीलग्रीवा बहिः कण्ठे नलिकान्नलकूबरी ग्रीवायां भद्रकाली च पृष्ठवंशे धनुर्धरी नीलग्रीवा बहिः कण्ठे नलिकान्नलकूबरी
Let's pause there and then we'll chant the Kshama Prarthana. I'll stay back online for the next 10-15 minutes so that if there are any questions, we can take them. Om Yadaksharapadabrashtam Matrahinantu Yadbhavet Tatsarvan Kshamyatam Deva Narayana Namostute Visarga Bindu Matrani Padapadaksharaणि Cha न्यूनानि चातिरिक्तानि क्षमस्व साईश्वर अपराधसहस्राणि क्रियन्ते हर्निशं मया दासोऽयमिति मां मत्वा क्षमस्व साईश्वर अन्यथा शरणं नास्ति त्वमेव शरणं मम तस्मात् कारुण्यभावेन रक्ष रक्ष साईश्वर हरिः ओम् तत्सत् श्री साईश्वरार्पणमस्तु. Sairam. Thank you. There was one question in the chat. Which god is protecting the eyes? So when we were actually looking at there is Bhruva, along with that are covered the eyes, and then when we are saying Madhya, all those entire part related to the eyebrows, the center of the eyebrows, the eyes, and the center of the eyes are all covered as one aspect of it. Okay, then any other questions any other questions from
I
anyone?
have one question, sir.
Yes.
Adhare cha AmRtakala.
Yes.
Adhare cha Chamrutakala. What is the right? Adhare cha AmRtakala.
Correct. Adhare cha AmRtakala There is sandhi. You cannot split adharecha amrutakala, then you will lose the matras. So you have to keep the matras. That's why the sandhi has to make the dirgham. Adharecha amrutakala, not adharecha amrutakala.
Adhare.
Adharecha amrutakala. It is written like that only, Amma. There is, if you follow what we have, don't use the other books. Okay, please don't use other books, because if they have split, or also the Kavacham is very different in Ramakrishna Mission book, in Gorakhpur part. Other books have very different Kavacham, because this what we are following is the authentic in the context of what we do. And so please, not that the other things are wrong. There is nothing wrong with anything. Everything is perfect, but what we are following is a different pattern. Okay. So any other questions? Okay, that's a good clarification. Adhare chamrutakala. Okay, wondering why outer throat is named as griva. Yes, this is griva. Hmm? This is vacha. This is griva.
Why Neela Griva? Neela, the color Neela.
Oh, okay. Now, if you ask me the meaning of each of these devis, like what I was explaining, Yamaghanta, huh? The bell of Yama is sitting here. When the bell stops ringing, you are gone. Yamaghanta Chanasike. You meditate on each of these names, then you will get some beautiful insights into what these are. Yamaghanta Chanasike. The bell of Yama is ringing here. Huh? Remember that. He stops ringing the bell, you are gone. Yes. Okay.
Sairam,
Atharecha.
brother.
Yes. Go ahead, Sarama.
In the first sloka, there is right? It is there is two letters that it like in Meda Suktam, it says and we are skipping that. Can you explain that?
Hingapa, what are you asking? I'm
In
not
the very
connecting
first sloka in this Devi
the very
Kavacham.
the very first shloka.
Yeah.
The very first shloka of the Kavacham.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is the very first shloka? Ashyasri. That is Viniyoga. What?
Right.
Can you chant the
After that,
shloka?
I don't have that printout
Okay.
in front.
Markande uvacha om yad guhyam param. Look, where are there is no I E here. No.
No, where it there is a it's chanted as in Meda Suktam, but I heard that somebody chanting like that. So I was trying to get a clarity, whether it's okay
No.
to.
There
I
is
think
no.
it's. Can we put up the first sloka in this one?
Sairam uncle, I think they are referring to Yannakasya Chidakyatam. When we are Yannakasya Chidakyatam Tanme Bruhi Pitamaha.
Yeah.
I think that is what he's referring to, if I am understanding.
Yannakasya Chidakyatam. Where is what is
in the Sanskrit version, there is the. Can we pull up the Sanskrit
version? What is in the Sanskrit version? Okay, let me.
So, uncle, even in English, there is a double quote next to the Chida.
Yeah.
Even in the English, there is a.
You see the double quote that we typically use for the extended Yanna Kasya Chida. After the Chida, there is a double quote.
Oh, that is
quotation.
okay. That is called avagraha. Okay, sorry. The double quote. Okay, so you're referring to those the colon kind of a thing, right? Yeah, that's called avagraha. Avagrahas are represented. Is that what you're asking, brother? Just so I can.
No, this I think I might have missed it. I will come back. Maybe I will refer the actual sloka
Yeah,
number.
okay. If you are referring to avagrahas are used in order to indicate the oval, the extended oval within that when chanting. Yanna kasya chidakhyatan. So it is not chida, it's just a little longer than the using the because that is avagraha. Okay, he's not referring to avagraha. Okay,
No.
all right. Okay,
I'll
thank
come
you.
back. Okay, thank
Okay, no problem. Yes, I will be right here. Okay.
Uh, I I have a
Yes,
question.
yes.
Uh, I'm going to excuse myself if I'm going to ask something that it's not proper, but okay. And the Sapta Matrika, there are positive forces, right? This is the divinity with a bahana, with the animal that
The vehicles,
the
they're not,
vehicles, right?
yeah, they're
And
realized souls. They're not animals.
okay,
Okay,
this
yeah.
this is the same thing like the object and the subject, the upari and the bahana. This divinity, this vehicle, it's like the electricity for the ball for the or
Yeah, very good. Good. Yes. So the question she is asking is, what is the significance of the Vahana, the vehicle, and then the aspect of the weapon that we are chanting, all the different weapons. What is the significance of this? Okay. See, the way to understand this is the word, even the using the current or the electricity to illumine a bulb or whatever is a metaphor that is reasonable enough to explain this, but not complete to explain. Okay, for the divinity, so there is the awareness. Okay, and this awareness, in order to is the awareness actually moves. Okay, the awareness is still, it is non-moving, it is absolutely 100%, it is not moving. So there is electricity, but the electricity is conducted through a wire, and then when the electricity is conducted through a wire, and then it comes into a fan, it comes into a bulb, or it comes into something which makes that bulb or the fan or something work. Okay, are we connecting to this metaphor so far? Yes, there is electricity, and that electricity has to be channeled through something like a wire, and that wire, of course, then there is now what we call as wireless things also. Let's not, let's let's stick to this metaphor. And then there is the, no, that's why I said it will work to some extent, because I know some smart fellow will ask what about wireless things. So then there is the something that is conducting or transmitting, and that energy is now coming into that which functions. So if you call that awareness, and that awareness is conducted through, for example, something called focus, and that focus is called, say, Kaumari, and then it has to work through a bulb, and that bulb is called his veil. Are you with me? So similarly, this Kaumari has a Vahana in which this energy is flowing. That energy is the peacock, something that is moving that energy. It's bringing forth that energy, and then the veil is the ayudham through which that is channeled through. This is the way you understand this flow of things, right? So what is the, so for everything from Brahmi is what? Brahmi is fundamentally the ability to have creativity, or Brahmi is that awareness about that. Because simply because you are creative, it doesn't mean anything. That creativity has to be channeled through something, and the channeling of that creativity is through is discrimination power, or creativity power is coming through this thing called hamsa. What is this hamsa? The Hamsa is your ability to differentiate real from unreal. Why Hamsa? Because this swan has the ability to separate the water from the milk and drink only the milk. Similarly, this awareness of what we are called as discrimination of the real from the unreal is channeled through this vehicle of yours, and that is now stimulating something. The bulb here is the intellect, which differentiates the right from the wrong, the real from the unreal. Are you all with me, or are you all lost? Huh?
No, it's okay.
It's okay. Okay, then I'm okay. That is, now understand that when you are referring to all these things, don't think that these things are working only through your little body, through your little mind, through your little intellect, and all of that stuff. Huh? That is the most biggest trap that we fall into. The moment we start thinking about, oh, how is this working in me? It is not working in you as the little body. These are working at universal level. All these are working at universal level, not at your own little self, because you can only relate to your little body and your little I and your little ego and your little intellect. What we are thinking is, oh, this is just applying to me. It's okay to think like that, because that is an awareness so limited, just like the light is shining only in a single room when it is dark. Huh? This is Bhagavan's metaphor, very beautiful metaphor. If there is light in a room, a bulb is illumining that room, the light is there, but the level of that light is only limited to that little room. You go to the next room, that light is not there. Yes? You understand what I'm saying? But imagine if there is moonlight. That moonlight during full moon is a little better. It is illuminating lot of stuff, but it is not so clear. But now you are in sunlight. What happens with sunlight? Everything is crystal clear, shining through. So when we are chanting Gayatri Mantra, we are enabling that power of effulgence to illumine our intellect, so much so that our intellect is now not limited to this little body like a bulb shining in a single room. Dhiyo yo naf prachodayat. It's illumining the entire universe. Your intellect is not limited to your little body. If your intellect is limited to your little body, it is called buddhi. If your intellect is all pervading and shines through the entire universe, it is Buddha. Buddhi, intellect limited to the I. Buddha, intellect that is absolute beyond the body and the mind. This
Sairam,
is very,
brother.
very beautiful question that you asked, because the context of it is not that your body is not there or your intellect is not. They're all there. They're all there. They're as real. That is the only thing real for us, right? Huh? The only thing that is real for us is what? My body, my mind, my circumference, my this, my that. That is all the thing that is real for us. That there is nothing more real for us. And that is 100% correct also. Yes, you have an intellect, you have a body, you have a mind, you have the senses. All of those are real for you in your own awareness. But actually speaking, you are present in this room. This room is present in a zip code 95835. That zip code is present in Sacramento. That Sacramento is present in Northern California. that California is present in United States. That now you see where is the awareness going? So if you actually think, where are you? If you actually ask the question, where are you? Where are you? You are in this space. No, you are in the space. No, don't even think about universe and all. It is too much of now. Everything is in space. Huh? Everything is in space. Is it true that you are in space? Hello. Is it true that you are in space? It is true. 100% real. Now tell me, what is space? Define for me. Explain to somebody. Space is this. Explain. Explain what is space. This is an open question to any physicist in the world. Open question to any physicist in the world. Explain or define in physical terms what is space. What is space? Explain. But you know you are in space. Huh? Hello. If somebody thinks they're not in space, they're kidding. Actually, there is also space in you. When you are moving, is the space within you moving? Hello. If I take this cup, yes, if I take this mug, and in this mug there is water. There is water in this mug. Okay. Now I am moving this mug from this spot to this spot. Okay, this spot to this spot. Okay. Now, when let me put it on the spotlight so that you can all relate to this with me. Please, this is very important, beautiful thing that she is asking. When you move this, you're moving this cup. Now the cup, you can see the cup moving, and there is water in this cup because I can actually drink it. And there is space in this cup too. Is the space moving with this cup? Is the space moving with this cup? Cecilia, everybody else is blissed out. Can you answer the question? Is the space moving or not moving?
I am trying to figure out.
No, oh, really? That does it
No.
really? Okay. Is
I
the
don't think
space?
space moves. Space doesn't move.
Yeah, this only the yeah, because there is space in the cup. There is space in the mug. The mug is in the space. There is space in the mug. The space is not moving. Only the object in which this is, it is moving. The water in it is moving. So if this is your body, just imagine this is your body. The water inside this is what is called your intellect, your mind, your ego, etc. That is what it is. There is space within you. There is absolutely 100% space within you, and that space is actually, you are in the space. The space is in you. Everything is in the space. Now this reality cannot be denied by anyone whosoever that has ability to think. But now you ask the question, oh, this is all true, but what is this space? How do I define this space?
How to define God?
No, don't talk about God, because I don't know where God is, what God is, how God is, all of that. But space? Is anyone on this? Is anyone in this call not relating to space? Then they should really go to a psychiatrist. You have a problem. You have a problem. So this nobody can deny. So if you cannot actually explain this thing called space, which is present in you, in which you are present, and the whole universe is present, and you cannot explain what this is, how do you explain what is even subtler than the space? How do you explain anything subtler than that? How? Impossible, impractical. Just try to focus on space. If you can only focus on space, you have come very close to relating to God. Yeah, somebody asked me what God is. Then I asked them this question the other day. Explain to me what space is. And whenever I focus on that, my awareness in that, and now I am actually expanding my awareness. And now I become, I meaning this little body, the ego, what it relates to, and all of that stuff, they are as real as anything else, but now start becoming less and less and less prominent. And that is what we are talking about. Brahmi, Kaumari, all those are awarenesses related to that aspect of it. Okay. This is a very good absence of matter is space, is what absence of matter is space means. That means you are only relating to what is physically present and calling it as absence of it. That is what somebody also answered the other day. My nephew answered that question. Absence of matter is space. But really, huh? Is that what space is? That is what you can relate to. Now, that is what a physicist will say, because they can only relate to physical matter. This question is unanswerable. The heart of consciousness is a topic that is being studied by all the most eminent physicists in the world, because what they cannot understand is what is consciousness. So, to define what is consciousness, first they have to define what is physically you can relate to, and that is space. If you cannot really define what space is, how can you define consciousness in which space is manifested? Yes. Okay, Sairam. Okay.
Sairam, brother.
I
Yeah, I
might have
found
taken you. Yes,
the
you found.
reference.
Yeah.
Right after Markandeya Uvacha, Om Yadguhyam Paramam Loke Sarva Rakshak Karam
Karanruna.
Nrunam
Yes.
Yanna Kasya Chida Aakyatam, right? That should be pronounced as Kasya Chida
Okay, you are.
Aakyat.
Yeah.
That's
You
where
are
I.
you are talking about avagrahas. They're called avagrahas.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. That is represented by two colons in English, and
Okay,
is represented as a two kind of a thing in
right.
Devanagari, or
Right.
in Telugu, or in Indian languages. That is called avagraham. It is not specifically pronounced. Like, for
Oh,
example, in Medha Suktam, right?
yeah,
Medha Devi Jushamana na aga advishwachi Bhadra Sumanashyamana Tvaya Jishta Nudamana Durukta. Okay, there is a avagraham, that is
correct.
extended avagraham, right? It is represented by, it's called Plutam. Three. It is
Mm.
represented by three. So these are related to the matras, the timing. So
Okay,
in chanting this, you don't say the explicitly, but you say enna kasya chidakyatam, right? So chidakyatam tanme bruhi pitamaka. That where you are giving, if it is a dirgham, you are giving, say, that much, and then if you
okay.
give four, then it is avagraham.
So
And
it's only Dirgam. That's
if you
it.
give six, it is called plutam, which is written as
Okay.
a three. In
Oh,
when we are in Devi, when we
Devi
learn the
Sugandha.
when we learn the Devi Suktam, I will explain what a plutam is. Okay. Yes.
got it. Thank you.
Thank you,
Right.
Sairam. Yes, you are talking avagraham. Okay.
Yeah,
It's called, for your reference, it is called avagraham.
Avagraham. Okay.
Yes.
Thank
Yes. Next. Any other questions? You're all blissed out? Space in space?
Spaced out.
Yes. Now, what is the beauty about this Kavacham, or actually what is beautiful about Sanatana Dharma, or what even specifically Vedanta as it relates to non-duality or Advaita, is that it never denies the reality. There are people that are thinking that the definition of Maya is irrelevant, or Maya is something, some delusion. It is not a delusion. Okay, it is a delusion means something. Okay, what I really want to say is that in the context of this awareness of this Kavacham, how we started with this incredible protection of the Navadurgas or whatever, right? And Navadurgas as what these are, and how you are coming in and relating your awareness. Everything is present in your awareness, and that awareness is unbound by anything. And then that awareness is now beginning to be defined as something you are related to in your own awareness, that awareness in which you are creative, that awareness is that you have focus, that awareness you have all these aspects related to expand your awareness from where, like just like that expansion awareness is Vishnu, Vaishnavi, like that. And that awareness, when it is moving, something that moves is what is called Vahana. Okay. So when it moved, that is the Vahana. And it is channeled through, it is the Ayudha. And that Ayudha, the Vahana, everything you are applying, then you are saying even more focused about directions, even more focused right here in front of me, behind me, by the side of me, right side, left side. So when when you read Swami's quotes, I am in you, above you, below you, by the side of you, all of that stuff. When you read those quotes, what are you thinking? That's what he's talking about. I am your awareness. I am is the awareness. I am is the awareness. And that I and am, though appear to be two, is actually one thing only, and that is what is referred to as I am Atma. I am Atma. For those of you who don't know Sanskritam, if somebody asks you what is Atma, I am Atma. And that is the Mahavakya. I am Atma, Brahma. So that I am awareness is now is what in which everything is shining. All this, everything is shining in that I am awareness. But what is that I am awareness? That is what is the essence of Devi Mahatmyam. Devi Mahatmyam is not some mythological story of some lady who has nothing else to do, going killing a bunch of demons. Okay, that is not what Devi Mahatmyam is about. And now that experience of that Chamunda actually means unity in diversity. The etymological origin of the word Chamunda is unity in diversity. You're saying I'm if you look at the word Chamum, Viyadadi, Samuha, Rupam, Senam, Dati, Lati, Ladayoryat, Adhatte, Svatma, Sakshatkaren Karyena, Nashayat, Iti Chandi. Chandi means what? If somebody asks you what Chandi is, Chamum, Vyadadi Samuha Rupam, Senan, Dati Lati Ladayoryat, Adhatte Svatma Sakshatkaryena Nasayat, Iti Chandi. So, because in translating all of that into English, very simply means unity in diversity is Chandi. And what is that unity and what is this diversity? The diversity is all about different bodies and beings. That is diversity. And all the diversity is dead. It has no life. The moment that one life enters into that dead body, then it becomes alive. Therefore, awareness of oneness, of unity in diversity is Chandi. That's why Chamunda Shavavahana. Hello, hello, full connection. Shavavahana. Vahana means what? In which it is moving. So without this life, this is just a dead body, no? So the dead body became a vehicle. So it entered into this dead body and it started moving. Therefore, the body became a Vahana. The dead body became a Vahana for Chandi. Is how beautiful this is. Huh? Now, this is the essence of Sufism also. अली नू याद करो फल केरल याद करो हे गरीबादा हे वो आसरा अली मोला अली दम दम अली मोला अली दम दम dum dum means with every breath know that Ali is moving in you lakh te karor vare akodam dam. Every breath you should be reminded, I am dead body, something is moving in me. What that is moving in me is Shivam. Without that, I am Shavam. Sairam. I think we are way over 15 minutes this class. Oh, beautiful questions. You see, Cecilia, what you have done today asking that question. Why use different names for the Devis for exact body part and not use just one name? Yes, this is also very important question. Why you are confusing all of this? Who are all these Chitraghanta, Chamunda, Navadurga, all these things? Why use different names? Why can't just call all of them Chamundi? Then you know what? You lose interest in it. Uh, you completely lose interest in it. Even Sai Baba, you have to divide him. One has to call him Shirdi Baba, another has to call him in Satya Sai Baba, another is still waiting for Prema Sai Baba. In the meantime, lot of subtle Babas, all these different Babas are emerging. Why call all these Babas? Why call somebody subtle Baba? Why call another one Shirdi Baba? Why call another one? Yeah, why? Why all this? Why don't you simply call everything is one? Don't call any name and any form. Then what happens? Then what happens?
You lose interest.
No, in the name of
Can I?
all these Babas, then you have to create your own group, your own paraphernalia, your own temples, your own this thing, your own groups. Everything is completely. This is causing division. No. Yes. The definition of religion is uniting. Relegare is religion. Reunite is religion. But is that what religion is doing? Is it uniting or is it dividing? Yeah. Okay. Now coming back to the question is why call? See, when the current is coming through a bulb, what you call it? Light. When you come through the wind fan, it is coming through wind, it is called wind, it is giving wind. When it is using for washer machine, it is washing the clothes. Same current doing different functionalities, no, but you don't call it by the same name, no. Let's turn the current on. Do you say that? What do you say? You turn the light on. Huh? Let's turn the fan on. You don't say let's turn the current on. Yes, you agree? Current is, yes, the functionality. You are referring to that energy based on its functionality. That is exactly why it's a reference point. It's a reference point. It is not the same. It is a reference point. Why you are giving it a reference point? Because you can have relative connectivity to it. You can have a common vocabulary around it, some reference point around it. This is what happens in uh, in the ninth chapter, right? When Shumbha is asking the question, "Hey, who are all these ladies around you? Huh? Come and fight with me as a single person. Don't fight with me as nine different ladies. Come as one person and fight." Then what did the mother say? "Arey fool, who do you think all these other ladies are? They are me only. Now watch." And all the nine merge into her. What is she saying there? It's only one energy, but it based on its functionality. For common reference point, you are referring to them as different names and forms. But that is the trick. That the trick is when you only believe that that is the only name and form, then it is called Maya. Then you fight with other thing because your reality is different from my reality. That is the problem with the religion. Because for them, that is the only reality. They think that is the only reality. Yeah, this is beautiful. I talked to in a satsang one time, in a multi-faith satsang. Uh, some Muslim gentleman asked this question: why do you guys worship so many when there is only one reality? Then I said, see, you worship the formless God, but you think the only God is formless, and therefore you exclude all the other gods and say only your formless God is the God. Then I said, if you truly believe formlessness is God, everything is in formlessness, then why do you call your formless God as the only God? That is the problem with Islam. You understand the paradox of Islam, or even with any religion? If you does if Christ consciousness is universal and it is universal, or if Allah is universal, if you say Allah is the only God and something else is not the God, you have limited Allah, no? You have limited Allah. Allah is no longer universal. You have limited Christ, no? Because Christ is only God means everybody else is not God. Therefore, you have limited Christ. So, how can your God become universal? Your God is limited just for you. But my God is not limited. If my God is everything and universal and complete, even more expansive than the space, then my God should include everything, not exclude anything. Yes, are you all connecting to the logic? Hello, Sairam?
Yeah. Yes.
So therefore, never say my God is just Shirdi Baba. Okay. Now you can say, I can relate to this space as America. I can relate to this space as Africa. But space is one and space includes everything. My God includes everybody. And that means he is Shirdi Baba, he is Satya Sai Baba, he is this Baba, he is that Baba. No exclusion. No exclusion. Therefore, love all. Sairam. Okay. Okay, if there are no more burning questions, thank you very much. Thank you, Sairam. And we'll continue tomorrow with the nyasas. And again, remember, if you are now chanting and doing the nyasa along with the kavacham, then you will relate to this particular divinity that is present here, that is same awareness is present here. When it is touched here, it is called back of the head, it is called murdhni here, it is called kapola here, it is called nasika here. uh, but only one universal consciousness is pervading all these, but they are functioning differently at different parts, and therefore the name and the form. But at the end of the day, name and form is only a reference point, it is not the absolute. Everything that is named and as a form will have to perish in time, space, and identity. It is not the real, and everything else is real. Jai Sai Ram. ॐ स्वस्तिः प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्तां न्यायेण मार्गेण महीं महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यं समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु ॐ शांति शांति शांति। जय बोलो भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबा